This is the location where the Bible says that the end of the world is going to happen. I'm currently standing in the exact valley where the Bible predicts that there will be a war so great it will end all wars forever, Armageddon. And right up there at the top of the Mount of Olives, you can see, look at that sky up there. Right in that sky, the Bible says that Jesus is going to appear. He's going to descend from that sky, touch his feet down on the Mount of Olives. And when he does, the Bible says that something so terrifying will happen, it will change this place forever. But right before Jesus returns to this mountain for the Battle of Armageddon, 6 shocking signs will happen inside the land of Israel. So I traveled to the exact locations where the Bible says each of these 6 signs is going to take place. I want to see exactly how close we are to the second coming of Christ, but I was not prepared for what I saw. The first big sign of the end times happens at the most contested piece of land in the entire world. So right now we are literally standing on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. And that's where the temple would have stood. We're actually walking up onto the Temple Mount right now. For those who don't know, this golden dome building that I'm standing in front of is a shrine called the Dome of the Rock. And most archaeologists believe that this shrine was built on the exact piece of rock where the ancient Jewish temple used to stand. So they believe that the area of the Holy of Holies would have been right inside this, yeah. Right inside of these gates right here. I'm gonna walk up, try to get close to it. This is the place where the presence of God came. But this isn't a Jewish shrine. It's Muslim. In fact, the Muslims currently control the entire Temple Mount, which is why the Jews are forced to pray and worship outside the walls of the Temple Mount. But the Bible says in the last days, this is all gonna change. And what I saw while I was here made me realize that this change was already starting to happen. Something's going on over here. Do you hear that? It's like some chanting or something going on over here. I'm gonna go see what it is. Literally just feet away from where the biblical temple used to stand, something pretty shocking was happening. What's happening here?
What's happening?
Yes. But in order for you to understand what I saw there, you first need to understand sign number 1 and number 2 on our timeline, because they both have to do with Israel and the Jews. When Jesus stood on this exact ground that I'm standing on now, he prophesied that not one stone of this temple would be left on another. And just a few decades later, this prophecy came true. The Roman Empire burned this great Jewish temple to the ground, forced the Jewish people out of their land, and over the last 2,000 years, they've been scattered all over the world. But what's crazy is that the Bible said that's exactly what would happen. Just take a look at this verse here, written hundreds of years before the Romans invaded. I will take you from the nations and gather you from all the countries and bring you into your own land. What's really interesting is that in 1948, the Jewish people came from nations all over the world and became a nation again after 2,000 years of Israel being non-existent. But interpreting 1948 as a fulfillment of the Bible prophecy we just read in Ezekiel 36 has caused a lot of debate and controversy today. But before you get upset, just hear me out. Not only does the Bible say that Israel is going to be a nation in the last days,